From 24 teams, now 4 are left. The Afcon semi-finals take center stage as Senegal take on Egypt and Nigeria take on Morocco. Welcome to the Soccer Huddle. This is your boy Moja. You know what? I am sorry, my African friends. I am sorry for everyone who follows the Soccer Huddle, who also follows African football. That I haven't been really updating you guys about and the Afcon since Bafana about it because we were so much disappointed. We had so much hope as a country, as a nation, on the hands and the shoulders of Bafana, and they let us down. But that doesn't excuse Mojere as a soccer huddle, as a soccer huddler, as an honored guy who loves discussing football, to follow the African football and to give us updates or to give us his thoughts on what he thinks what's happening in Afcon. So, before the final, I'm just gonna give you my honest opinion and honest observation and honest overall of what I thought of the Afcon. I think again, African football has to be up there with one of the top footballer in the world, because you look at the gameplay, you look at the goals, you look at the quality of the quality of the game on African soil. It is getting, every single year it is getting better and better, and I think this is what we love to see. And I think as an overall fan, neutral fan, mind you, fan, okay, anyways, but I was impressed. I think Afcon really lived up to his expectations and even delivered more. So now we look at the semi-finals. It's Morocco against Nigeria, and you've got, what is this? Egypt against Senegal. So Egypt Senegal, first game of the evening. Look, Egypt haven't really looked clinical, haven't really looked dangerous, but I love how you look at Senegal, you look at Mane, a 32, 33-year-old, Azalalem Fanola, 19-year-old. I forgot his name, man. I forgot his name. They've been gelling so nicely, and I love how the experience of Mane and the youth of that boy. I forgot him, man. I forgot him. I'm sorry, guys. I'll just quickly go and I'll let you know who that boy is. But I love how they've managed to carry this Senegal team. Now they're in the semi-finals. They're coming against the Egyptian Giants. They're coming up against one of the big teams in African football. And as I said, Egypt hasn't really let fireworks in the Afcon. They've just won their games. They just went about their business, and they're in the semi-final. They've got a high chance of winning. They've got a high chance of winning, and I think it's gonna be a very tactical game for me, because you look at both teams. As I said, I don't think they're an attacking team in the sense of we can expect about 5 goals. I think we can receive maybe a 2-1 score, or a 2-0 or 1-0 scoreline. I think that's, for me, that's my prediction of the Senegal Egypt game. I think, yeah, if you asked me after the group stages, I wouldn't put both of them as favorites to win the tournament. But obviously, you've got players playing for both of these teams who can lead up the stage at any given time. You've got players who've got quality. You've got Mane this side. You've got Salah in the other side. You've got Mamouche, and you've got Diarra. You've got Adrissa Gueye, and you've got Kiliman Indai. So you've got players who can, on there, they can just turn it on. So, as I've said, I don't expect so much goals. But again, this is the Afcon. You never know what you expect. You never know what to expect. So I'm expecting fireworks, but I'm expecting a good game, a good spectacle. And again, I do not want to see what happened in the last dying minutes, or after the game, what happened in the game of Nigeria and Algeria. That is not good advertisement for African football. Guys, we play the game on the green field. 90 minutes. If we lost it, we're done. We don't have to fight. We don't have to take the fight into the corridors, into the changing room. That is unsporting behavior, and I do not condemn. Coming to the second game, Nigeria's Oga versus Morocco, the host. And I honestly think this Nigerian team, for me, they are the contenders. They are the favorites for me to win this. I'm sorry. I think I've seen them enough to actually say, for me, they are the favorites to win. But coming to the Moroccan side, never taking anything away. Diaz has been exceptional. Ibrahim Diaz has been exceptional. He's had 5 goals in 5 games. I think it's a record in African football. I think there's no player who has done it. I might be wrong. I'll look at the stats. I'll give it to you guys in pre-production. If I'm right, then I'm right. He's been so good for Morocco. I think for me, he's been the player of the tournament, hands down. No one comes next to him. He's been scoring, he's been creating goals, he's been a nuisance in every team that he's playing against. And look at their captain hasn't played the whole group stages. I think he only came on for like 20, 30 minutes, the last group stage, which is Hakimi, and then he hasn't played. But they've managed to Mazraoui at the back. They've managed to keep it going. They've managed to get it. Abu Guerrero at the back. So this Moroccan side as well. As I said, Nigerians for me are favorites, but the Moroccan side have shown that they are the host, and you cannot come into our house and dictate or tell us what to do, or come into a house and steal the show. I think tomorrow's game, Nigeria versus Morocco, I think for me personally, that's a final before the final. There's gonna be fireworks. You look at the amount of goals each team has scored. They are an attacking team, both of them. I am expecting goals. I am expecting goals, Carlo. The first game, the first semi-finals, I am not expecting so much. But this one, the Nigeria versus Morocco, I'm expecting. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. My predictions, I think it's gonna be Senegal against Nigeria in the final. That's my prediction. Senegal against Nigeria in the final. Let me know what you think. What is your predictions of the AFCON final and the semi-finals? What do you think? What do you think of the both games? Or what have you noticed? Or what is your overall observation of the whole AFCON? What have you learned? What is it that can improve? Or what is it that we can do better? Obviously, there's always things that we can do better. But what is it that you've laughed about this AFCON? And obviously, a big shout out to the guy, Wago DRC. He stood up for 90 minutes when his team was playing. I'm going to get you guys his name. I forgot his name. I'm going to put it in pre-production. That guy, I had a story that I saw even the pictures. He was invited to one of the suits by the CAF president, which is Mr. Dr. Petrus Masipe. And he offered him to be an ambassador for AFCON. And he said, can he come to the stadium? Because they wanted his signature pose. And because of the love, the proudness of his country, he refused. And they were offering him a lot of money. He refused. He said, I'm only here because of my team, and I'm only here because of my country. They've been knocked out. I'm gonna go home with my dignity. I will come back when my country comes back. So a big shout out to him, and I think for me, he's been the fan of the tournament. Let me know of your comments as well. What do you think? What can we do? What can we expect of the final? 24 teams started this. Who are your final two in AFCON 2024, 2025 in Morocco? Remember, like, share, subscribe. I'm Nigga Zaka. Until we meet again, prevention is better than cure. Don't risk it unless it's worth it. I'm out.